Yeah, it's okay. It's okay. I'm vegan. Do you have rabies? What are you doing? Hey, buddy. Why are you so tame? Hey, it's okay. Little Prince, I'm gonna call you. All right, August 18th, 2023. Left the parking lot there at about 6:20 a.m. Had a reservation for like 2 months for this parking spot, but got to get out of here by 4:30 p.m. I think I should be able to do it because I'm running in. There's a view back looking at the parking lot and lake. We take a first right, don't want to go on the scenic trail towards Crater Lake, the next lake, but then we'll take a left up here. Show you that. First slide on the bells. I think we're going over there though. All right, about 1.3, 1.4 miles in. Got this cairn on the left, pyramid. We're gonna take a left here, split off the Crater Lake trail. That also goes into the 4-pass loop. Take a left. We've already climbed about 500 feet of vertical gain, and I forgot how technical this trail kind of starts off once you get around the initial lake. Let's get up there though. Oh yeah, I should say we're attempting Pyramid Peak, another Colorado 14er. First class 4, so definitely brought the helmet and a lot of vertical gain. I think it's only about 3.5, 4 miles from Maroon Lake there, but 4,500 feet of vertical, and of course loose rock and some scrambling. Gonna have to try to nail the route, especially in the last 1,000 feet or so. It gets pretty steep and technical. Technical as far as Colorado 14ers go. All right, a little bit of downhill there. Actually been staying to climbers left, going kind of level downhill, but I think we're gonna curve up to the right. You can see the lake where we started from, Maroon Lake, way down there. And yeah, shaping up to be a beautiful morning. I think we gotta hit this valley before we get to the inside of the amphitheater. And of course, Maroon and North Maroon off to my right there, basking in the sun. You can see them through the trees. Hopefully we'll get good views of them though on the summit for sure. All right, about 2 miles in, 3.2K in. You can see the elevation gain. We've climbed about 1,000 vertical feet. So this trail is pretty steep. What's that Crater Lake down there? And of course the Maroon Bells. You can see it towards Buckskin Pass over there on the 4-pass loop. But yeah, I thought I could run a bit more of this, but at this altitude with this heavy of a pack on, I mean, it's light in terms of hiking packs, but as a running pack, I got some extra gear. So, you know, I'm content just power hiking this and feeling my calves burn a bit because it's a steep gradient and this just kicks up. We're already well over almost 11,000 feet. All right, over 11,000 feet up and about 2.5 miles in, 4K in, approaching the amphitheater, and that is Pyramid Peak straight in front of us. I think we kind of stick to the right side up here before we cross over to the left ridge. Got the Chorus Vertex 2 watch on with a pre-programmed, well, I mapped it out myself from the Strava heat maps, but there are cairns to follow. This is a pretty rocky boulder field, of course, in the amphitheater. Still got some snow up there. Of course, if you follow me on Strava at Sage Canaday, you could see my GPX track. And I think I'm gonna head more to the left, climbers left for the snow here. You see some tracks there. Also, shameless self-promotion. Follow me on Instagram, TikTok at Sage Canaday, also on X or Instagram Threads too, under that name. So check it out on YouTube. Of course, if you're watching this via 2Max Productions, like and subscribe. Thanks to the Patreon supporters too. It would have been easier if I brought traction. I could have walked straight up this snow field. It's crazy, we're in late August, second half of August, and we still have the snow. And it's pretty hard packed right now. Early in the morning, pretty firm, but not icy. so I could walk up this shallow grade part. We're gonna still cut on the right side. Climbers right here before we could loop around to the left and then hit that ridge over yonder. All right, you could see where we came up from. And if I stick on climbers right here, actually by the green grass, there is a little bit of a trail here, but we're about to get around this stuff and cut left. I could already see the next trail ridge up there. I think I see a climber ahead of me, so we'll be looking out for rock falls. It gets steeper. At about 3 miles in, almost 5K in, I've climbed about 2,100 vertical feet. We're cutting climbers left here across this boulder field. I see a cairn there, but I also see one up there. My line has something kind of in between, but I know I need to go for that gully there to get that trail, so we're gonna head left here. Actually, I don't see him this low. Just getting some water. Don't worry, I'm vegan. I'll leave you to it. You have a good day. Take care this morning. These gaps in the rocks. All right, I did see a cairn off to my left a little bit. Just kind of pick your own route though. Across this boulder field. We're gonna hit this steep trail section. Looks like it weaves up to hit that ridgeline gap there. It's gonna get real loose, real steep, real fast. But yeah, enjoying this trail so far. You know, I was thinking about bringing trekking poles for this, but I do like to use my hands up here when it gets steeper, so, you know, it's a trade-off. If you could tuck your poles well, store them for when you have to use your hands, I think a lot of people probably would bring trekking poles, because it's such a steep trail, basically, from the get-go, especially if you have a heavier pack on. Let's get up there. All right, so getting close to the top of this gully here. It's probably steeper more in the middle, but it's like one step forward, half a step, slide back, kind of loose rock. Not too bad. Look at these guys. You're the GOAT. You're the greatest of all time. The real greatest of all time here. Just amazing creatures. It's okay. Leave you guys to it. So we made the ridgeline. Now I can see the remaining route there. Kind of snakes initially to the right, but then to the left and up, I believe. Got beautiful views behind us. You can see Snowmass Capital. Of course, the Bells, North Maroon. And then out this way, oh, they dropped their trekking poles there. It's okay. You know what, I'm vegan. Yeah, you keep it real out here. You keep it real out here, greatest of all time. Oh, now he's just showing off. Alright, we're ready to split left. Got some ledges here. Came across here. That was a little bit of a tricky move there. Nothing too crazy, but definitely a class 3 exposed move. We're gonna skirt along this left side here. Don't want to go too far left, we'll fall off a cliff. Looks like we have reached the infamous leap of faith. I'm gonna go down there, I think, and do it because this looks a little more gnarly. But yeah, little tricky section there, little bottleneck. Alright, so I've kind of just been sticking on the left side, traversing the ledges, not going too far down obviously, but I think I go around the left side of this still before I hit that green rock for the final stretch. I'm only at about, just cracked 13,000 feet, so we'll see how steep it gets in the class 4, but so far, you know, exposure, they're mainly like 40-foot types of drops, which obviously could kill you, but it's not like thousands of feet down. Obviously you don't want to tumble down these gullies or have rock fall, because this rock's pretty loose and slippery, so you really got to take your time on these ledges. Cutting across here though, see where we came from, across there, beautiful views. Oh yeah, I think we hit the patch right here actually of green rock. We'll cut up right for the summit there. I think I see someone near the summit, so we have to watch for rock fall. It literally looks almost at a pretty steep pitch, steeper than what we've encountered so far. I feel like I missed the line a little. It's almost better to stay slightly on climber's right. You get more solid rock, better handholds in this mossy rock, white green rock. But yeah, this is like, you know, Long's Peak home stretch steep, except it's full of big loose rock, which is kind of scary. And obviously there's exposure off. If you go off route, you get into class 5 stuff. So just trying to stay safe here in the mountain. All right, so I followed some cairns way off to the left here, got cliffed out, so I'm too far left on this ledge. I'm not sure if I should have cut up earlier in the green rock, but people definitely built some cairns where they probably shouldn't have. So I kind of came up, I didn't want to go too far that way, and then there are people coming down here, so I think I'm going the right line, right? See people coming down the way I came up. We got a pretty class 4 move right here, and I'm being watched. Yeah, I know, you're watching me. Don't kick a rock down on me when I do this. Beautiful day. Greatest of all time. You're just showing off. This guy, what a show off. I think I'm getting close to the top. I'm just gonna go up this way because it doesn't look too bad, but had to pick and choose coming up this line here. There's definitely some exposure on climbers left, some ledges with some tricky sections where, you know, if you're not tall or if you don't want to do like a hard class 4 move, there's different lines you have to pick to keep it lower class 4. And I'm not sure if I could have been on the right side of this ridge, but that's why we look at the Strava data. When I mapped it out, the hot spots were over here, and all the climbers I saw coming down, I think, came down this way. So you're pretty far left, but you're not cliffed out left, if that makes any sense. it'll be a different perspective going down for sure, and a bit treacherous. Knowing there's people below me, you really don't want to kick rocks down or grab a rock and have it come loose on you here so you could take a fall. I think I'll keep staying left here. All right, summit of Pyramid Peak. Beautiful day. Looks like summit's pretty small, but see the gully I came up, and yeah, we have reached the top. It is quite a view. Got a buddy. He was posing for a lot of pictures. You are the greatest of all time, and you stay that way. Thank you, Mr. Goat, for being in my pictures with me. All right, so we have West Maroon Pass over there. If you do the 4-pass loop, you could also probably see frigid air around that ridge there. Then, of course, the bells, the Maroon Bells. Dicey Bells Traverse, of course, between Maroon and North Maroon. Let's see, we see the trail that comes up from Crater Lake down there. And then we could also see Buckskin Pass going up. And then behind that we have Capitol and Snowmass. I don't think you could see Trail Rider Pass beyond that, but that's part of the 4-pass loop. But thanks so much for subscribing on here, keeping the dream alive, of course, with title sponsor Hoka, Spring Energy, Chorus. What other sponsors can I plug? Of course, Camelback, wearing the Octane vest. And yeah, really appreciate the Patreon support. I know it's been hard, but yeah, really helps keep this YouTube channel going. So if you like and appreciate these types of mountain adventure videos, but also running, training advice, any service, any distance, you know me. Coach Sandy and I sell training plans for runners, 5K to ultra marathon, marathon, half marathon, you name it. Boston qualifying. We've got a lot of people under 3 hours in the marathon with our BQ plan. That's at higherrunning.com. We also have comprehensive courses. Well, one course you can get and go through, learn to coach yourself, as well as yeah, all the training plan resources, free downloads. You could subscribe to our newsletter for more tips as well. This is turning into an ad, but I'll let you guys go. Thanks so much again. Hope you're doing well. Again, I'll be in Chamonix next week for the TDS race, and I like to do ultramarathons all around the world. So hope to see you there, and thank you so much for liking, subscribing, watching these videos, and sharing it on the internet. It really means the world to me, and I really appreciate your support. So stay tuned for more via 2Max Productions.